everyone, my name's Anthony Ballou and I am the lab coordinator for our brand new innovation lab here at Southern Tech, and I'm also the CAD instructor during the day. And so in this video I'm going to give you an in-depth tour of our new innovation lab and what we have to offer, because we have opened this up to the public and it's currently open now. And so how that works is people can come and pay a $20 membership fee, and that allows them to come in here and use our equipment in the lab anytime we're open. And we are currently open every Wednesday and Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m. But as membership increases, we are looking to expand those hours and those days during the week, and possibly even opening on Saturday for a few hours. So without further ado, let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what we have to offer here. So we currently have 18 3D printers, 2 VR stations, and a laser engraver. And all of this is available for members to use, again, anytime that we're open. So we have 14 of these 3D printers here. These are Craftbot 3s, and they can print a size of about 14.5 inches by not quite 10 inches and not quite 10 inches tall. So 14 by 10 by 10. And I have a print here that I have done. Started it yesterday. Let me move this down so we can see. And so this print took about 2 hours to print, and we'll see how it looks here. Let me pry it off the plate. So as you can see, pretty nice print. It needs to be cleaned up just a little bit, but turned out pretty well. We might look at the CAD file here in just a moment. So I'm going to leave that here. And so over here we have 2 more 3D printers. These are Craftbot XLs, and they can print just a little bit taller than the Craftbot 3s. So they can print about 17 inches tall. And right now this one's kind of a mess because we are trying to hook up this material here. This is a metal material, and once we get this going, we will be able to print metal parts. It's been quite a chore to get this going. We've run into one hiccup after another, but we just about have it. We even had to 3D print a bracket here to hold our spool of material, because it has to be set up in such a certain way that we had to create a brand new part for it. So we are very close to having that capability of printing in metal. Let me come out here to the shop and we'll look at our big 3D printer. And so this is our BigRep printer, and it is a large format printer, and it can print 40 inches long by 20 inches deep and about 20 inches tall. And we do have a print on here, but we had to stop it. Our print file wasn't exactly correct. But we can print objects like these. These are larger prints that we could not do with the printers in the lab. So let me come back in here and we'll look at our last 3D printer. And we had to actually move it into our lab classroom here, but due to that one printer that we're setting up for metal, we had to rearrange things. So this right here, this is our Markforged printer, and this we print with a plastic, but we infuse it with another material. So our plastic material is here, and then we have this smaller spool. Right now this is Kevlar, so we can what we can do is we can print a plastic part infused with Kevlar to make a stronger part. And with the print software that comes with this printer, we're able to actually specify exactly where we want that Kevlar to be. In this case, it's Kevlar, to make a certain area stronger. So if you know there's going to be a weak part on your print that might break off, we could add that Kevlar there, and that section of that part will become stronger. So we also have this classroom open to our members, because you will probably, more than likely, need to use CAD software to create objects that you're wanting to 3D print. And so here we have this model of that print that I just made. This is a program called Fusion 360. and this is available to members as well as some other CAD programs. And we have staff members here to help you get started using CAD software. So it might be kind of a long journey for you to create something, but it will definitely be your creation. So we have our laser engraver here, and let me open this up. And so we can engrave on different materials. We've mainly done plastics and wood. We can use metal, but we can only engrave metal, we can't cut, whereas we can cut wood and engrave on it as well as other materials. So our bed here is 32 inches by 18 inches. So as long as your material fits in here, we can engrave and cut on it. So let me kind of show you how this works. I'm going to turn this on. It's going to get kind of loud in here, so bear with me. In order to use it, we also have to use this exhaust system, but I'm not going to turn that on because that is really loud and you probably wouldn't be able to hear me. But once this gets up and running, what we have to do is we have to bring in a design to the engraver software, which is what you're seeing here. And oh, there's the noise. And so it's all about, after you do your design, it's all about getting your material. And so here I have an example. This was just a test I was using to demonstrate with some students during the day. So it didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted, but you can see the difference here. Pretty darn close. I just had my settings off a little bit, that's why it looks a little burnt. But it's just a matter of getting your material set in the bed and then positioning the laser. And then what I'll do here, I'm not going to actually run it because I'll need the exhaust on, but I can simulate it with the lid open, so that's what I'm going to do here. Let's see. It's going to take it a moment to get going here. And let's see if it will get started here in a minute. It takes it just a second. There it goes. So right now it's just running through the process. It's not actually engraving at this point, and that's because the lid is open. If I had this lid closed, it would actually be engraving. So, and of course I've already engraved this piece of material. So that's how that piece of equipment works. And here we have our VR stations, and I can't really demonstrate this because you would have to have your VR goggles on. But the idea behind having these VR stations, we have recently purchased some apps that will allow people to create things in VR. And then also, we do have the capability that if you've created a 3D model in CAD software, we have some apps where you can import that and view it in VR before you do anything else with it. So that is the idea behind these, is to keep creating using virtual reality. And so that concludes my tour. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you here soon to use our wonderful equipment. Thank you.